getting that first win. How's it feel?
You know, good. Yeah, everyone likes winners.
Offensively, you seem to come out and be more assertive tonight. Is that something that that was your intention?
You know, I try to attack their defense, make their defense collapse. If it wasn't for my teammates also helped out a lot with this game too. Like I said, I try to attack the defense, make the defense collapse, but you know, there's some plays where they didn't collapse and they gave me the open layup and I just took it.
CJ, you guys went in the drought, but then you hit that 3-point play. How critical was that as far as getting back on track?
I think that's big in a game like this. I mean, they went on their run, but basketball is a game of runs, and we just, you know, counterpunched it. So it was just, you know, they hit, we hit, and you know, we get, you know, the stops that we need to win.
Was there pressure to get that first win? Is there a sense of relief, like, hey, if we just get that first one, this team can move on?
I wouldn't say pressure. I mean, everybody wants to win. I mean, if we think of it as pressure, then that's when the nerves start coming out and people start doing things that, you know, they're not used to doing. I think everybody stayed within their game. We listened to the coach. We did what we had to do. We learned from the last game, and we got that win.
Joe, you guys had 12 assists first half. Just keep more consistent with that kind of ball. What helps for that game going forward?
You know, the coaches always tell us keep the ball hot. You know, don't let the defense dictate what we do. We got to dictate what the defense does, and you know, we kept the ball moving, and we were successful with it.
The second half, I mean, you struggled more to keep the ball moving. How are we able to kind of get over that and get it back where you're doing before?
We try to huddle every time possible, you know, to gather guys. You know, if things aren't going right, we get in the huddle, talk what we need to work on and improve, and we execute after that.
CJ, you guys had that double-digit lead that obviously went away in the second half. Just tell me about the final 7 minutes or so where it was time that you guys put the game away. What did you learn about this team to be able to put away and everything like that?
Well, like I said before, basketball is a game of runs. I mean, so when they went on their run, we just had to go back to our principles, go back to what we was doing to get that lead, and we executed.
Hey.
Thanks, guys.
Booming.
They gave me this. What is this? Cos basketball gets. I don't know. That's cool. Okay. A little bit better feeling than last week, but still a lot to work on. You know, it's good to get that first win, put that under our belt, and learn some lessons and go forward. I thought there were a couple areas that were just really jumped out at me. It's just too many second chance points once again. I think we gave up 19. And we got to get better there. We got to get better at sharing the ball consistently. I think we were 12. I had 12 assists at the turn at halftime, and then we just went dead. You know, we had just got to keep going with what works. You know, it's just man, just got to do what works. And when you know it's working and you're doing it and it's working, that's a great time to just keep doing it. And so we got to get them to understand that when they play good basketball, they can be a very good team. But I'm happy for them. It was more a little relief than celebration, which is okay because we know we still didn't play great basketball. But you got to give Riverside credit. They climbed into us defensively in the second half and caused some of those turnovers. We had a few unforced, but I thought they did a good job of making us turn the ball over there in the half with the press, which we didn't handle well at all. I was trying forever, every single possession, to get it to the baseline, and they finally did it, and we got we didn't dunk it, but we got a foul. That was the outcome. So, the more they see that what we do works, the more they'll continue to do it. So outside of that, it was good to see some contributions by some different guys. Obviously, getting Shaq on the court for a few minutes, it started to bother him a little bit, so we shut him down. Dwayne Morgan started to irritate him a little bit, but that was expected. We thought there was going to be some soreness. We were instructed that there would be some by the doctors, and so we had to just listen to them. And get those guys on the bench, and so they didn't play a large amount of minutes. But how many did Dwayne play? Dwayne played 14, yeah. See, we expected to play him 10, but he was doing pretty well there, and he felt good. So, and then Ben Cope was another one we were happy to get him in because he had been playing very well in practice, and so he contributed with 7 rebounds and made a couple buckets and did some good things. So, all said and done, we got the first W out of the way. What do you think about that, Mark? Huh? Honestly, I probably will not be able to enjoy it until later because we play on Saturday, and it's Wednesday. It's not like I'm going to go out and party. Or at least I'm not going to tell you if I do. But no, we got to get ready for Fullerton. But it feels good, obviously. It's hopefully first of many. And I got a couple calls. It was inspirational. I got a couple phone calls today for some very, very close friends that were concerned, I guess. So they just kind of gave me some words of encouragement and some guys I fellowship with. And so I was good. I was in a good place, and it's good to get it out of the way.
Can you talk about the way your team responded when they blew the lead? They were behind 50-49 and just under 8 to go. How they responded and what that shows you about this team?
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, we had a situation in Bahamas where we gave up the ghost late in the game, and weren't able to turn the table back in our favor. So hopefully that experience was one that showed us to focus in. And the biggest thing was taking care of the ball, making free throws, and getting stops when you got a lead. And then when we didn't do that and they came back and took the lead, well, now you got to really take high percentage shots and continue to get stops. And they did that. I thought we did a really good job. And rebound. And we gave them specific instruction to that. And then we did a good job for our stretch of time there. But they were really aggressive off the bounce, and they did some things and really attacked us and exposed some of our bigger guys with really sliding laterally and keeping guys in front, something we've been working on. So, today was a good day. Who said that? Ice Cube, you're slow. All right, next.
Is the challenge to find offense temporary, or is that something that you expected at this point, or do you see that getting easier to get easier buckets?
What was the first part of the question?
The challenge to find offense, consistent
Oh,
offense.
gotcha. Yeah, because, what did we do? Shoot, we only shot 40% from the field. Luckily, we shot the free throws well. So that enabled us to at least get a decent, overall number. But, it's just staying in offense. It's not the offense. It's not running the offense. It's really the frustrating thing. And we got to get out and fill the wings. And we got to get early passes. And they put a little zone on us, and it wasn't anything special. It was just a 2-2-1 zone, and we didn't execute well against it. But there's a lot that we haven't practiced against that. Like we haven't gone against that yet. So we did show them, what we would do to attack it, but. Yeah, we didn't get the reps, hopefully, that we'll get going as the year goes on. So to answer your question, I think the more experience you get at running our offense, the better you'll get at it, obviously, right? And then the more experience we get at attacking a variety of defenses, the better you'll get at that. So hopefully those will, and then better we get defensively. We got some easy buckets tonight where we got in the gaps and got some deflections and went out. And I don't know if we hit our 35, but we had about 17 deflections at the half, and we want to go for 35. So I got to get that final number. Andy doesn't keep that stat for me. He said it's too complicated. Okay, next question.
In the final few minutes, you did get some better passing. Was there an adjustment you made, or was it just going to make the team better?
No, I think it was just telling them that basically they didn't make the extra pass, they were coming out. We were very, we got back to just wanting to dribble and just pound the ball. And, I'm like, it's not good basketball. You got to share it. You got to move it. You got to keep it hot, and you got to know what your looks are. There were several times we got the ball in the high post and just didn't front the floor, and the low post was open. There was a lot of times we had the low block open, and we just didn't complete the pass, So I forgot your original question now. I got on a rant. What was it?
No, just if you made adjustment in the final few minutes, or if they just executed them.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think we did. I don't think we made any special adjustments. We just ran some different sets, but they executed pretty well down the stretch. And we got good looks. So that's the thing. If you get good looks, you're going to shoot a better percentage, or you're going to get to the free throw line. And that's what happened. We got to the line, and we got some good free throw shooting. And so that kind of gave us a little separation there. Feisty little team.
They were getting some good looks early on in the game from three. Were you letting them, saying let them take the bounce?
No. We had some miscommunications. Miscommunication, and gave up probably too many open looks. And, teams that shoot that at a better percentage will bear you for that. So we got to do a good job. This is another team that shot, how many? Oh, they only shot 11 threes. We've had teams that have shot 20 and 30 plus threes. So I guess in a sense, we did a good job of at least, limiting the threes, because they had more attempts in prior games, if I'm not mistaken.
That 709 scoring drought, was that mostly shot selection, or do you want your guards to kind of take charge a little bit more, I guess? Is that part of their learning process in terms of taking
The drought that we had offensively was a lack of continuity with your teammates. If you look at that stretch, and I'm sure Mike will break down the film for you, we probably had 1 or 2 assists at the most in that stretch, if that, and we had turnovers in that stretch, and that's just a result of lack of connectivity between teammates. And they did a good job. They caused some of that, with their athleticism on the guards and the smaller guys climbing into our guys, and they did a good job. He made some adjustments. He's a good coach.
When you put Chuck in, it seemed like right away you made the meeting. That's the difference. You feel like he gave the spark again.
He did. You could hear the crowd, when Dwayne went in, when Shaq went in. I mean, people were excited to see the Rebels get on the floor, so that was a good thing. And yeah, look at him, and those are kind of high major players we got to get in here. And he was excited, had big smiles in the locker room that he had a chance to get on the floor for his first game, and his first game was a win. So him and I got a different record right now.
Coach, your feeling on how Javon responded? Did he struggle throughout most of the game on the defensive floor? Ends up, of course, knocking down that free throw string late in it, and of course, arguably had the biggest shot of the game.
Was a 3, yeah. He's a volume guy by nature, but we've got to teach him to be efficient with fewer attempts. And his nature is to try to go get his sometimes when he pressured a little bit, or he's not comfortable with the offense because somebody else is out of position. So he's learning that position. He used to play point guard in high school, but it's been a few years. So he's getting it back, and he was one of the guys that got up early the next day and was in there watching film, got in the office, and both him and Jalen, those two guys are really bought in. They know they're not super efficient at the point guard position right now, but collectively together they've got to produce a good game for us at that spot. And tonight, I don't know what their total numbers were, but if you took their combined stats, what were they from the assist to turnover? Javon had what were they? 8-4, so 2-1, pretty good. Right, from that point guard position. And then they shot the ball well, or Jalen was, 7 for 11, which is good, and then Javon was only 1 for 6. So 8 for 17, which is not great, but it's still, close to 50%. Over 50%, right?
What did you see from Ben Pett that made you want him on the floor?
Practice, what he was doing in practice. He's been competing, practicing, earning some minutes. And, he was kind of playing behind Uche a little bit. And Uche struggled for a little stretch there. And, you got to give Uche credit. Uche was happy, for Ben because, Uche just wants to win. A lot of these guys just want to win. And I think we have guys that have that type of integrity and character where their minutes are almost secondary, like the T-shirts and the cliches always talk about, team over me, and, there's no I in team, and all those cliches. These guys actually really believe that. It's not just a slogan with them. So that's good to see, because Uche know he struggled, but he wasn't down or sad in the locker room, He went over, he was giving Ben dap, and dap is like a high five, think so. Anyway, for some of those who are culturally challenged, as I just throw that in there. So, all right, what else, you guys? Any more questions?
Is there?
Go ahead.
Did you want to get into your baseline motor?
We wanted to get touches there, whether it was a short corner or whether he had a chance to hunt up the second guy and get a screening action in there. So we really were trying to get into the high post, get that guy front the floor and get the wings fanned and play a little inside out. We didn't drive it well off of see, I thought it was susceptible after we got it moved a couple times and then going in and bouncing and getting the jump stops. But we were getting into the paint and jumping up trying to make passes. We had 2 turnovers where guys get past their primary defender, draw a secondary defender, and then jump up in the air. And finally, Javon went baseline, went by his guy, came to a stop, which is they teach in kindergarten, and he just threw a little pass to Chris Jones, and he scored. It's just simple. Just keep it simple, And the more we show them that when they do it correctly, then the more they buy into wanting to do it again correctly. So, you had a question?
It was a 4-point game. He hit the 3 at the shot clock, and then boys are on the next one. He didn't do much on his offensive position, so that's not what you want out of the offense. We're just talking about how big those.
Well, players got to make plays. As much as I might want to put them in positions to be successful, that's kind of my job, right? But I can't go out there and make shots for them. And when you guys got that, they understand that if they take shots that are within the offense, then they're not coming out. But those were, like you said, it was an end of shot clock one. So you got to take that shot, right? And he has confidence. Obviously, a kid averaged 26 points a game in Division II Junior College Player of the Year. I mean, he's not shy. And that was a deep 3 he made, too. That was really deep. So that was, oh, yes. That was one of those, I was like, oh, okay, good, it went in. So sometimes it goes your way, Anything else? All right, thanks, guys. And gals.